Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any...
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well. When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering... Any thoughts on all this?
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan. Leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that.
Gotta break through! Here I come!
Glacial Spear. I never miss.
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray.
Lightning Thrust!
Scattering us to pieces!
Take this!
Pesky airborne
Now.
scoundrels.
Sounds like a
In an instant!
impact
Block!
Here's a healing art. Going in. First aid.
Did you just hear me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Flame. Reload.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Look here.
Ah!
Here. Let's Here's your ray.
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
I'm ready. In the wind.
Double Demon!
One more. Let's get you up.
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Hey, what do you say we fight that shiny one?
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Flame of Fury.
Be still! It's on!
Glacial Spear.
Here's evil.
This one's mine.
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Damn it! Dragon Swarm! We got flyers!
I've got it. Let Marksman handle it.
All yours!
Burning
An astral art?
You've got
That's
a
my
nice
cue.
setup.
I still plan on shut him down! This isn't looking good!
Flame of Fury. Burning Wind Astrolator.
Double Demon Fang! Here I come!
Dance in the wind.
Here I come!
Air thrust.
Dazzle! You're mine! It's over! Mirage! It's
Not
over!
on my watch. Mega Ray. Annihilation.
Dragon
Mega Ray.
Swarm!
Raging
Like that!
Cascade.
It's over!
Go fun. Hard mode. I'm dead.
Mirage!
One more.
Dragon
Three.
Swarm!
Where are you going?
Now or never.
Look sharp. I feel sprightlier than before. Dispose of the trash.
No further! You're mine! You're finished! This one's all mine!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall.
Dragon Swarm!
I know.
Carve through
I'm
armor!
also done. Now, Law, get toasty.
Bird strike!
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil.
I'm on it!
Lightning. Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Raging Cascade.
I'll run you through!
Friend. Raging
Wall
Cascade.
dance!
Steering flame.
Now I'm in the groove!
Glacial Spear. Pierce
Eat
evil.
this! You're done!
Freeze blend. I'm ready.
Talez storm!
This one's mine. Now.
Hey! Blow them away!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds. Let's dispose of the trash.
Take this! I'm on it!
It's over!
Ready.
Here I come!
Swallow dance! They got Spree! What did they twisted still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Take it. Who wants to die next?
You're mine!
Armor won't save you!
Let Astral Lightning down now!
Remember!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
With this, I can become even stronger.
That
equipment should come in handy.
What's that big tower over there?
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
You can... Never be too prepared. But did we have to... spend so much?
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomach ache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. Night! You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.